प्रौढशाला संस्कृत व्याकरण कक्षायां सर्वेषां स्वागतम्। व्यञ्जन संधि मध्ये वयं स्मः। अद्यतन विषयः अनुनासिक संधिः. Today's topic is Anunasika Sandhi. At the end of this lesson, we will be able to learn what is Anunasika Sandhi, table of Anunasika Sandhi, examples of Anunasika Sandhi, rule of Anunasika, and some examples from the product. Anunasika Sandhi. Anunasikaha. Kim Anunasika is the result of the sound transformation, as the name of the Sandhi is Anunasika Sandhi. So when two sounds come together, if the sound transformation result of the sound transformation is Anunasika, it is called Anunasika Sandhi. Now, which are these Anunasika letter? We have studied in the Varna Vibhaga class that the fifth letter of each Varga, ng, ny, n, m, these are Anunasika letters. So we are just revising that. What is the meaning of the word Anunasika? Anunasikas are the sounds produced with the help of or pronounced with the help of the nose. So the nasal passage is involved, nasal cavity is involved in the pronunciation along with the respective sthanas. Let us see a few sentences and sandhi karyas before we get into the table and the rules. Shanmukhaha Shivasya putraha Jagannathasya mandiram Puryam asti Dingnagaha madena bhavanti Yat bhavata uktam tanna yuktam Shanmukhaha Jagannathaha Dingnagaha tanna. These are the four places where the sandhi has occurred. Now Shanmukhaha, Shadmukhaha, Shanmukhaha, Jagannathaha, Jagadnathaha, Nathasya, here the word is Nathasya. Dingnagaha, Dig plus Nagaha, Dingnagaha, Tanna, Tadna, Tanna. Now what is happening here? On the right hand side, in the second word, on the right hand side in the second word, the first letter is always an Anunasika. Now there are two things to be noted here, which we will see in the detailed example. Now, Jagad plus Nathaha. Jagad Nathaha. What is happening here? Jagad, if we split J A G A D. Nathaha N A Th A Visarga. Now, this Dakara at the end of Jagad in front of an Anunasika gets converted to the Anunasika of the left hand side letter. So now Anunasika, what is the result of the transformation? Jagannathaha. The letter which has come is also an Anunasika letter. Na. Jagannathaha. Instead of the, na has come. It is an Adesha Karya because the is getting replaced by n. What we have to note in Anunasika Sandhi is, let us understand it through the table. So the Purva Varna is the Vargiya Vyanjana at the end of a word, except the last letters. Except the last letters, if you have the other Vargiya Vyanjanas, and it should be at the end of a word. This should be the Purva Varna. The Paravarna is any Anunasika letter. Okay, in front of Ka, you can have Na. In front of Cha, you can have Ma. Any Anunasika letter can be there in the Paravarna. But the Adesha happens according to the Anunasika letter of the Purvavarna. Suppose the Purvavarna is Kakara and the Paravarna is Makara, the Adesha will always be Nga. If the Purvavarna is any letter belonging to Chavarga, and Paravarna can be any Anunasika, the Adesha will be Nya, the last letter of the Purvavarna Varga. Purvavarna Varga. Similarly, for Ta with a Tavarga with any Anunasika gives Na. Tavarga with any Anunasika gives Na. Pavarga with any Anunasika gives M. So this is the Anunasika Sandhi table. Now the Adesha is happening at the for the Purva Varna only. Now let us take the examples here. Vag Moolam. Now here you see, you can clearly say what I was trying to tell in the table. You have Gakara, but the Anunasika letter followed is Pavarga letter. But the adesha which comes for gakara will be the Anunasika letter of kavarga, because ga belongs to kavarga. So vag moolam will become vang moolam, which we will see in the next slide. Same way, shad mayukhaha. Now here you see again it is a case of tavarga letter da being followed by any Anunasika letter, and that Anunasika letter happens to be ma or makara. Now the adesha which happens has to be the Anunasika letter of tavarga, because da belongs to tavarga. Next one, mad nivasaha, man nivasaha, d na. Here the adesha letter should be a Anunasika letter of the tavarga, because the Puravarna dakara is a tavarga letter. Tvag plus mochanam. Here again the same case of vagmoolam. So tvang mochanam. Samrad plus namati. Now here the Anunasika letter is na on the right hand side. However, the adesha Anunasika letter is that which belongs to tavarga, and it is na because da belongs to tavarga. So the Puravarnasya sthane adeshaha. Therefore, vag moolam, vang moolam, shad mayukhaha, shan mayukhaha, mad nivasaha, man nivasaha, tvag mochanam, tvang mochanam, samrad namati, samran namati. Now here I would like to introduce a concept called vikalpa. The rule of Panini says that the sandhi may not occur, or it is not compulsory to do the sandhi in certain cases. So if the sandhi occurs, we get vangmoolam, shanmayukaha, man nivasaha, tvang mochanam, samran namati. This Anunasika sandhi at the end of the pada, at the end of a pada, if padante, if the two varnas which are joining belong to a full pada. Full pada means the prefix and suffix should be there. So if it is full pada, the Anunasika sandhi is optional. We need not do the sandhi also, or we can do the sandhi if we are comfortable. So it depends on the user. He can decide. When he is pronouncing that sound, he need not do the sandhi, or he can do the sandhi. So we should note in Vyanjana sandhis, we should note which are the sandhis which are optional and which are the sandhis which are mandatory or compulsory. That means where the samhita definitely occurs, samhita is there and the transformation definitely occurs. Where the sandhi need not occur or the transformation need not happen. So this Anunasika sandhi at the end of a padanta is optional. You can see in the Sanskrit description of the sandhi rule, the word vikalpa is there. When vikalpa is there, when the word vikalpa is there, we should know that it is optional. This is how we can determine whether the sandhi rule is optional or a nitya or a mandatory rule. Nitya means mandatory. Yada padante sthitebhyaha vargiya vyanjanebhyaha anunasika vyanjanani parani bhavanti tada tesham vargiya vyanjananam sthane tattat vargiyaha panchamaha varnaha anunasikaha vikalpena adeshaha bhavati. When a vargiya vyanjana at the end of a word is followed by an Anunasika letter, fifth letter of the varga on the right hand side, Anunasika of the corresponding varga in the Purva Varna will be the Adesha, and optionally, this is an optional sandhi. Now, this sandhi becomes compulsory in certain cases. This is called exceptions. So the exception rule is, if the words on the right hand side belong to a pratyaya, or it is the name of a pratyaya, like maya. Maya is mayat pratyaya becomes maya. Matra, the word matra is matrach pratyaya. Now, if the right hand side word is maya, maya, matra, or some other words which have Anunasika letters in the beginning, which belong to a prefix, then this sandhi is mandatory. So, if the following letter is an Anunasika belonging to a pratyaya, currently let us take two examples which are very common, maya and matra. Okay, then the sandhi is not optional. Anunasika adesha is compulsory. Like example, all of us know this word, chinmayam, chit plus mayam. That mayam is a part of the mayat pratyaya. Now chinmaya word is formed like that. So chit plus mayam, chinmayam. So the takara becomes nakara, Anunasika letter, by the rule of Anunasika Sandhi. And here it is not optional. It is mandatory to do the Sandhi. This is an exception to the main rule which Panini has given. Now, how to remember this by a sutra? Yaronunasike nunasikova, yar varnaha. Now, yar varnaha starts from in the pratyahara. In the Panini Sutra, Hayavarat Ya is there. Then you have Shashasar. Till then, Yarvarnas are there. Now, all the Yarvarnas represents the Vargiya Vyanjanas. Shashasa is also included there. But for the table purpose, we take Vargiya Vyanjanas and we leave out Shashasa, because Shashasa, along with these letters, they form different sandhis. Now, Yaronunasike Anunasikova, again, Yar Varna, we understood. Anunasikaha. Anunasikaha is na, nya, na, na, ma. These are the letters which come as Adesha. And in front of an Anunasika, Yaraha, Anunasike pare, Anunasikaha, va bhavati. That va indicates Vikalpa, or an option for the pronouncer who is pronouncing the words. So, Anunasika Sandhi is an optional word. In the sutra also it is indicated by va. Yaronunasike anunasikova. Yaronunasike nunasikova. Exactly, if you make the Sandhi in the rule, Yaronunasike nunasikova. That is how we have to read the Sandhi.